What's up everyone, Man-Bun Metalhead here. In this video, I'm going to do a deep dive into my pedalboard settings when I use a Piezo pickup. This is the fourth and probably final video in my Pedalboard Sound Test series where I do deep dives into my pedalboard patches. If you guys haven't checked out the other ones, feel free to check those ones out as well. But in this video, we're going to go over my Piezo bridge patch. Now I could use the clean patch that I use to play through my amp, but I actually don't play through the amp when I do live with Piezo bridge. I go straight to my PA through my Fishman preamp. So let's get into that. Now, as always for these tests, I'm using my Warmoth custom guitar with the Regal body, which has a mahogany back, quilted maple top, a Babinga neck with a canary fretboard. The pickups in it are the Rebel Yell pickups from Bare Knuckle Pickups, but I'm not going to use those. I'm going to use the Piezo bridge, which is an LR Bags Piezo bridge with the Control X preamp, also from LR Bags. If you haven't seen my review on the Piezo bridge and Control X preamp, feel free to check that out as well. And you might also ask, how does this sound through my amp? Well, I already did a video on that as well. Please check that out if you're interested. But let's get into the pedalboard. Now in this patch, I use a number of pedals. I'm going to turn all of them off except the first one, because without the Fishman, we're just not going to get any sound. So I use the Fishman Platinum Pro EQ as my preamp, and it has an effects send, so I can go back to my ES8 and then route my other pedals through it in the effects send instead of before the preamp. So the settings that I use on my Fishman are my volume is at 6, my compressor is about 4.5, the low cut is just under 5, the bass is just over 5, the middle is just over 3, and my middle frequency is about 11 o'clock. My treble is at 6.5, my brilliance is at 7, and my phase and notch switches are both off. So this is what the Fishman sounds like by itself. So there is the Fishman dry, and then I'm going to start adding my effects. So the first effect that I add is my timeline for a pretty simple slapback delay. Now my delay settings are exactly the settings that I use for my clean channel, but those are, the type is the D bucket, the time is 50 milliseconds, repeats are at 9:30, the mix is at 10:30, the filter is at 10 o'clock, the grid is at 10 o'clock, and the speed and depth are both all the way down at about 7 o'clock. So here's what that timeline sounds like. And then I go to my Strymon Mobius, which I use for chorus. And the chorus is also the same settings that I use for my clean channel, but those are, the speed is at 1.24 Hertz, the depth is at 1130, the level is at 12 o'clock, the parameter 1, which is the mix, is at about 5 out of 18, parameter 2, which is the tone, is at +2, and then the mode is in D bucket. So here's the chorus. And the last effect I use is my Hall of Fame Mini. As always, the patch programmed into it is the Viagra Substitute by Satchel, and the reverb dial is at about 10 o'clock. Well, that is the patch that I use for my piezo pickup. So hopefully this video helped you out a little bit. If it did, give me a like below, really helps me out a lot. And this will probably be the last video in the series of my pedalboard sound tests, because these are really the 4 patches that I use the most. Others are kind of special effects stuff. And if you guys want to see that, let me know. But I will be moving on to other things for the time being. So definitely look out for those. And if you want to see those, please feel free to subscribe to my channel and you'll get notified whenever I come out with a new video. But hey, until next time, rock on.